couple too. Back on Highway 31, let's go boys, let's send it to Melbourne. Oh, and that one. Hello YouTube, Brady back on Highway 31, and I did not know that was going to happen. We're currently southbound, something different. We're heading down to Melbourne, which is going to be fun. I've got a stack. I've got 2 stacks. We are in a fairly new Kenworth 610 SAR. Just over 500,000 kilometres on this bad boy. Trying out a new job. They needed someone to come down on the Friday to do a load, so I put my hand up. It was just a bit of a test, a bit of a trial run. Talk about getting thrown straight into the fire. We're going down down through Melbourne to Dandenong to pick up some like little diggers and some small plant equipment. I've got the flat top on, the other truck ahead of me's got a drop deck with ramps, and they're all getting taken back to the border where they'll get put together as a road train and head off to Brisbane tomorrow. That's not me. So we'll just focus on today. We won't worry about what's happening in the future or anything like that in this video, unless something catastrophic happens down here in Melbourne. But yeah, don't know, getting used to the feel of a Kenworth over the European Volvo. A little bit different. Road position, getting used to having a bonnet out in front's the biggest one, even though it's a teeny little bonnet. Working out where everything is. Yeah, but we've got a bushfire. It's got the hume closed at Euroa, so we're going to duck out at Benalla, get off early and get out to Shepparton and back down the Golden Valley Highway, just to not only miss all the traffic that's going to be stopped at the road closure down here, but and the detour. But what can you say about Victorian roads? The road from Benalla across to Seymour to Sheps a little bit better than the Murchison road. They got everyone going on, so we're going to do that. And yeah, get down in the big smoke and pick up some freight. traffic. I want Canberra back. I want Canberra back. Oh, 44 degrees, that was horrible. That might be the hardest. Turn them off. That might be the hardest I've ever worked in a truck. Oh. So, we've been here for about an hour and a half loading, and smallest load probably I've ever had to do. We've got a generator, 2 fuel pods. Oh, we're jumping gutters, we're jumping gutters. Little streets. Oh. Little streets. The W model turned up before, so she's here. I could hear her on the jakes the whole way, but everything's strapped down. I didn't film it, obviously. We'll get up and give us a look at when we pull up at Wallen or something on the way out of town and check our straps and chains. This looks like it's going to be a good little corner too. Oh, definitely need some liquid. Oh. Hats off to the fellas out west that do this on a daily basis. Whew. Car's trying to come up the inside of me. Oh, really? We're all stopped here because he wants to go right. Come on, Lucky Green. Good, let's go. Come on. I must say, I've got to get used to this turn circle. She turns a lot slower than the Volvo. You're probably doing 1 or 2 turns full from lock to lock. But anyway, I'm going to deal with this bloody traffic and get out of this joint, and I'll be back up next, probably Wallen or somewhere, and we'll get out and check the load and check the straps. Rightio, so we're in the undercover at the Broadford pads. Thought I'd that stayed nice and tight. That's all good. Everything stayed nice and tight, which is good. Oh, thought I'd find a parking bay that's got some shade. We'll go around the other side. Have a bit of a look at what's on. So, before we do that, I'll check the rest of these straps. Then we'll go for a bit of a tour of what's on. Oop, get off there. That was a bit loose. Oh, sorry, she's a bit of a just watch and see what I'm doing on this one. I'm as clueless on this as some of you's watching. So what have we got? Our massive load. We've got a big gen set. Chained on the front. Got these two fuel pods that are empty. I did ask if they were decanted coming through the tunnel, and no one could tell me if they were or not. But brand new Kenga, about just short of a ton in that, and a little whacker. What would you call that? Mini dump truck. Come here. Yeah, we've set the pads. They only got about 14 tonne all up, so we're not heavy. We're nowhere near heavy. We're going up the hills nice and easy. I'll probably come back here away from the noise of that truck. Oh, it's just so hot. We're that fire is about 10k that way. The Longwood fire. Actually, bugger it. We'll get back in the truck where it's cool. Oh, wind. That's what the firefighters have to deal with. Wind and 45-degree day. Tell you what, I need a drink. Rather parched, but yeah, that fire's burning over there, the Longwood Euroa Avenel fire. It's shut the highway again. So we're going to have to go back off to Shepparton and across to Benalla that way, which will add a little bit of time to the trip. Gotta get used to pushing buttons to let brakes off. And because I'm used to it beeping at you if you get out of the truck, we'll try and start the truck without the door closed. It's just little things I've got to learn. Although I don't know how much I'll be in this 610. Like the other bloke only took the SAR, the older 409 SAR because it's got the ice pack and he wanted the coolness. This is cars. You can get over your Ranger. Plus the whole gear thing, I haven't installed it yet. I haven't run into a set of traffic lights or anything and forgot to put your foot in the clutch, so that's a plus. Although I'm saying that, and you're probably going to... I'm sure there's going to be some negative comments from the start of the video where we'll drive them without the use of the clutch. But I can assure you, all the gear changes you've heard in the background while we've been driving along, once in the top box, it's all come back to me. I haven't had any grinding, much grinding, so it's just a little bit noisier in what the Volvo was. It took me 2 hours this morning to work out how to get the seat up. Sitting on the floor wasn't much fun. And now there's air in the seat. It's weird because it's not just up and down. It sort of feels like it's moving all over the joint. It's very, very weird. Just jumping in this, out of getting out of the Volvo, it just it feels like I've gone from an M3 BMW or something into a Land Cruiser. Like, yeah, Kenworth, nice big robust dials, big switches that you can read without having to put your glasses on. It's physical gauges that you can look at instead of having to scroll through a menu. But when we get home, when we get back to the yard, I'll take you for a quick lap of it once we once we unhook the trailer. I've got to show you that too. I can't count while we're driving. There's probably 20 Christmas trees hanging from all the buttons in the interior up there and the party hat. And it's just a weird optical illusion when you look up and they're all doing something different. Yeah, but these fires aren't good. Bit of PSD again because the Walwa fire that's burning up in northeast Victoria is heading straight for the old man's bush block we got up there. If you've watched me camping channel, we've been up to Kiwitong a couple of times. He was up there on Tuesday and got all the cattle out, so there's no... The only threat to property is the old wooden stockyards, which he wants to rebuild anyway, so if they get burnt out, then you'll have a nice fresh slate to start with. But it's all surrounded by pine plantations at Kiwitong, and it'll, if it gets into them, which it's heading for it, it'll be like the fires up there a couple of years ago at Gingelic, and that'll just take off and it'll just roar through down to Tom Grog and Corryong. But anyway, I do apologise for only having the one camera mount. I've gone pretty compact, lightweight, whatever you want to call it, with this setup. I've only got the one camera. I've got the one camera mount there and the magnetic mount. Obviously with this truck at least anyway, because of the big bunk on it, where I've lost the access to be able to hang the camera anywhere behind me. There's nowhere I'd be able to mount it. That's going to make someone happy. Tree hanging over the northbound side of the road. Anyway, we'll get it back to home. We're not going to Corryong sale yards. It's not going to get made up there as a road train now. It's going to get made up in Albury apparently, or Barney, and they're going to jump on the highway there and cross the border. So this freight, the other truck I come down with, and the old W model that turned up at the end there, they've got 3. That Mercedes has hit that tree. All the windscreen's smashed. Yikes. Yeah, there's 3 boom lifts, the 4-wheel drive boom lifts, and I'm not going to be able to see this. There's that fire burning out there. Yeah, 3 boom lifts. There's a little 4-ton excavator that I've got to go on those 2 trucks to come up, and then I'll get hooked up to my trailer and head up to Brisbane tomorrow. You're not going to see any more of that, so come back here. Come back here. And then I was kind of hoping to get a start maybe on Monday, but the boss isn't going to be back until next Thursday, and then apparently we'll go from there. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. What are you doing? Yeah, I know, there's caravans and they're gawking at the fire. Go around this fuel truck, it'd be a little bit antsy coming up here with the smoke bellowing over there. Anyway, the job's not done yet. 2 o'clock. Be about 3 hours to home, so I'll be home by 5. 12-hour day. Yucky. But anyway, I'll check back in with is momentarily back at the yard. And just like that, we're home. Quick walk for the SAR gauges. I have driven one of these before when I was working at Kenworth dealership, but I've got buttons to push, big bunk, microwave, drawer fridge under there, big walk-through area. Typical Kenworth, still got the problem with poor insulation under the cabin. You go through those hot days in the Volvo and the floor's relatively cool still, whereas everything in the Esky's warm because the Esky's been sitting on the bottom. But what else? Oh yeah, the Christmas trees. don't know if I can wiggle the cab. They're all going the same way there, but when you're driving up the road, it's just weird seeing all that moving around. So anyway, quick little trip to Melbourne. What was it, 4:45? About 11 hour day. Once we got here and got everything hooked up this morning and got on the road. Don't know. I've got some thinking to do whether this is going to be the job for me or not. 11 hours to go to Melbourne and back's not really appetising when it's a kilometre rate. It's a lot of hours for not many Ks, but it's something. It's something, and it's good to be out of the European truck for once and back into a Kinwoofer. So we'll see what happens. Next video, if I'm back in one of the Kenworths, and I've probably got to start here. So thank you to the company for letting me film this little test run, and yeah. Oh, if you couldn't tell, I just hate Melbourne. Going down doing that, at least it's not that every day. See, what I've been told now, if that was me picking like them excavators on the other drop deck over there or something, I probably wouldn't have come to home. I would have left from Melbourne and started heading for Adelaide, or getting out in the middle of nowhere, going to Cairns. This job goes as far as Perth as well, so big kilometres. If I take it on and stay here, it'll be living out of a truck, and I've been told I'll be home on most weekends, so that's a plus as well. With the 610, I think I still prefer the Volvo, but no, don't turn off yet. Anyway, the truck's telling me to hurry up, so thanks for watching. I hope you don't mind a little bit of the just quietness. I don't really like just the POV driving videos. They don't get a lot of views, so I don't normally try and do them. Other channels do that, that's fine. They get views, but yeah. Oh well, we'll see what happens. If I don't see you in a truck in the next video, it'll be probably the truck show and tractor pull at Gundagai. But until then, I've been Brad, back on Highway 31 for a day, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in whatever comes next.